Hello students, starting with chapter 3 Kingdom Plantae part 1 of it. So let us start with first point, characteristics of Kingdom Plantae. First characteristic, that they are non-motile. They make their own food, hence they are called as autotrophs. Plants can reproduce asexually by vegetative propagation or sexually. These are multicellular eukaryotes. The cell contains outer cell wall and a large central vacuole. Plants contains photosynthetic pigments called chlorophyll, which are present in the plastids, with the help of which they can prepare their food material, hence they are called as autotrophs. They have different organelles for anchorage, reproduction, support and photosynthesis. Plants stored reserve food material in the form of starch. Classification of Kingdom Plantae. A plant kingdom is further classified into subgroups. Classification is based on following criteria. The first criteria is plant body. Whether the presence or absence of well differentiated plant body, that is root, stem and leaves. Second is vascular system. Whether presence or absence of vascular system for transportation of water and other substances, example phloem and xylem. Next criteria is seed formation. Presence or absence of flowers and seeds, and if seeds are naked or enclosed in a fruit. Phanerogams, they are commonly called seed producing plants. They produce special reproductive structure that are visible, so they are called as phaneroles. The reproductive structures are in the form of flowers. Then cryptogams, they are spore producing plants and do not produce seeds and flowers. They reproduce sexually by gametes, but sex organs, they are concealed, that is they are closed. Hence, they are called as cryptogams, having hidden sex organs. Let us see the classification of Kingdom Plantae with the help of following tree diagram. So, Kingdom Plantae is divided into two subkingdoms, cryptogams and phanerogams. Subkingdom is classified further into non-vascular plants and vascular plants. Subkingdom phanerogams is classified into only vascular plants. Non-vascular plants is classified further into Thallophyta and Bryophyta. Vascular plants shows Pteridophyta. Then phanerogams, which are vascular plants, they are further divided into gymnosperms and angiosperms. Again, the Thallophyta, they shows the members called algae. Bryophyta, they are mosses and liverworts. Pteridophyta, they includes all the fern plants, or commonly they are called as fern plants. Gymnosperm, the examples are cycas and pinus. Angiosperm, they are further divided into two classes, dicotyledons and monocotyledons. Dicotyledons, the examples are mango and sunflower. Monocotyledons, the examples are jawar and maize. So this is the overview of Kingdom Plantae. Okay, let us start with the saline features of major plants which are grouped under cryptogams. The first division is Thallophyta. The first saline feature is habitat. Habitat is the place where organism lives. So, the members of Thallophyta, they are mostly aquatic. They may be the marine or freshwater forms. Some members are epiphytic, that means they are present on other plants. Some members are symbiotic, they form a mutual association with other members. And some they are free living in a soil or in a water, and some are epizoic, that means they are present on the body of other animals. Habit. So plant body is called as thalloid because it is not differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Some members they are smaller, microscopic, unicellular like chlorella. Chlorella is a non-motile algae. Chlamydomonas is a motile algae, shows presence of flagella. Some members they are multicellular. They may be the unbranched filamentous like Spirogyra. They may be the branched filamentous like Chara and Sargassum. Some members they are huge and microscopic like seaweed, which may measure more than 60 meters in length. Next characteristic is cell wall. It contains polysaccharides like cellulose or glucose or a variety of proteins or combination. Reserve food material is in the form of starch and its other forms. Reproduction maybe takes place by vegetative, asexual and sexual way. Life cycle shows phenomenon of alternation of generation. The dominant is haploid 1 and reduce is diploid phase. Photosynthetic pigments like chlorophyll, xanthophylls and phycobilins are present, help in the photosynthesis. Now see, this is the classification of Thallophyta or divisions of algae and their characteristics. The Thallophyta division is divided into 3 classes on the basis of their color or presence of photosynthetic pigments. So, the Chlorophyceae, the common name is called as green algae. Phaeophyceae commonly called as brown algae, and Rhodophyceae they are commonly called as red algae. Chlorophyceae, the major pigments which are present are chlorophyll A and B. Phaeophyceae shows chlorophyll A, C along with fucoxanthin. Rhodophyceae shows chlorophyll A, D and phycoerythrin. Reserve food material is in the form of starch in Chlorophyceae, mannitol laminarin in Phaeophyceae, Floridian starch in class Rhodophyceae. The cell wall of Chlorophyceae contains cellulose. Cell wall of Phaeophyceae contains cellulose and algin, and of Rhodophyceae consists of cellulose, pectin and polysulfate esters. The number of flagella and position of insertions. In case of Chlorophyceae, the number of flagella varies from 2 to 8. They are equal in length and they are inserted apically, that is at the tip. In case of Phaeophyceae, the flagella they are 2 in number, they are unequal in length and produced on lateral side. In case of Rhodophyceae, the flagella they are absent, so the members they are non-motile. Chlorophyceae they are habitat in fresh water, brackish water and in a salt water. In the Phaeophyceae, they are rarely present in the fresh water, mostly they are present in the brackish and the salt water. In case of Rhodophyceae, the habitat is maybe some members are fresh water, some they are brackish water and mostly they are salt water or the marine forms are available. Now we will see some members of Chlorophyceae. So the Chlamydomonas, you can see the motile algae at the left hand side of corner. Then Volvox, Ulothrix, Fritzschella, Vulva and Heterodictyon. You can see the microscopic diagram of Chlamydomonas where you can see the 2 equal flagella which are apically produced. Then you can see the central nucleus, cup-shaped chloroplast having pyrenoids. Pyrenoids Presence of pyrenoids is the characteristic of members of chlorophyceae. Pyrenoids, these are the reserves of starch. Another example is Chara. So you can see the Chara, which is an example of multicellular filamentous branched algae. Here you can see the two structures. The upper oval one is called as oogonium, contains eggs, is the female reproductive organ. And the below brown colored spherical structure is called as antheridium, which contains sperm. So the Chara showing the male and female sex organs. Now the members of Phaeophyceae, brown algae. So the Dictyota, Cutleria, Fucus, Macrocystis, Sargassum, Padiana algae. So Fucus, you can see the real image of Fucus. Then Sargassum, how it looks. Then the Laminaria, which is a larger or huge megascopic algae, which can be measured up to the length of 60 meter. It shows the presence of holdfast for anchorage, then stem-like structure, which is called as stipe, and a leaf-like plant body. Some members of Rhodophyceae, red algae, Gelidium, Chondris, Plumeria, Rhodymenia, Palmata, and here you can see Batrachospermum. You can see the green color to the Batrachospermum, but it's a red algae. Next division is Bryophyta. So Bryophyta, these are the moss plants. Bryophyta, they are mostly the terrestrial plants. They are found in moist, shady places, but they need water for fertilization and for completion of their life cycle. Hence, they are called as amphibious plants. Life cycle of bryophytes shows following stages. The first is called as gametophytic generation, which is in the form of vegetative plant body, which is thalloid or leafy stage. The next stage is called as sporophytic generation. It is in the form of capsule producing spores. Bryophytes have root-like structures called as rhizoids. Rhizoids, in case of liverworts, they are unicellular. In case of mosses, they are multicellular. Function of rhizoids: absorbs water and minerals and help in fixation of thallus on substratum. Bryophytes are divided into two groups: liverworts and mosses. So we'll see some general characteristics of liverworts. So the common name is liverworts. The name of class is Hepaticae. The name liverwort arose because the lobes of thallus resembles like lobes of liver, and they have a flattened or prostrate body called thallus, but some they have leafy appearance. So this is the diagram of Rixia. This is the diagram of Marchantia. Another class is Anthocerote. The meaning is hornworts. So in the diagram you can see the horn-like structures. They arise from the small green broom hankles. Its shape unique among the bryophytes. So this is the diagram of Anthoceros. Then the next class is Massae, commonly called as mosses. So the characteristic of class Massae is the body of moss is usually a leafy stage, you can say, and they are present in the damp shaded locations in the temperate zone. The gametophytic plant body you can see in the diagram. The below leafy stage is called as gametophyte. They show the presence of the leaves, leaf-like structures which are called as phylloids. They are arranged in a spiral manner on a stalk. Do not have petiole. Then you can see the upper sporophytic stage showing capsule. They show the presence of stalk which is called as seta and the foot with the help of which they are embedded in the gametophyte. It is a diagram of funaria. What are the economic importance of bryophytes? Some bryophytes, they provide food for herbivorous animals, mammals and birds. For example, the sphagnum. The sphagnum, it is a moss which provides a peat which is also used as a fuel. Mosses, they are also used as a packaging material for transport of living materials because they have a significant water holding capacity. Just like lichens, mosses, they are the first living beings. They grow on rocks. So they help in the decomposition of rocks to form the soil and make them suitable for the growth of higher plants. The dense layers of mosses, they help in the prevention of erosion of soil. Thus they act as a soil binders. Okay students, so in this part just this only. In the next part we will study the divisions Pteridophyta, Gymnosperms, Angiosperms and some types of life cycles in the plants. Thank you.